Hi guys. I'm going to be really raw with you guys. I'm going to tell you a little bit of my story. And yeah, my makeup's all messed up because I had a little breakdown. I was crying today, and it's okay. It cleanses the soul. So, um, I'm going to be raw with you and tell you exactly where I come from and how I feel and why I love this incredible business, this company, the friendships. Um, where do I start? All right. I was born into a family. I'm the baby of four, and we lived in the Sierra Nevada mountains. My mom, she was the school cafeteria manager, the only cook for our little tiny school. It had 60 kids, kindergarten through 8. My dad was a logger. I had 2 older sisters and a brother, and then I have a half sister whom I wasn't really close to. She was a lot older than us and was hardly ever around. But anyways, I grew up in a family that was broken. My father was an alcoholic. I loved the man to pieces, and he was a wonderful man when he was sober. But when you love somebody so much, and when they get drunk, they get violent, it kind of plays with your psyche a lot. Recently, in fact, the heart condition that I have with the racing heart, and they had to go in and do the heart ablation and everything. A lot of that was caused by my programmed response to stress as a child, and that feeling of the other shoe falling. My father, it was always unpredictable what was going to trip him and make him violent and mean and ugly. And my response was, the fear response. It was my body feeling like it was being attacked by a wild animal or something, and it would make my heart race. And it caused a lot of issues now, 50 years into my life, and I have that same response. Growing up in a family that's broken like that tended to diminish my self-image. You see, when growing up, I was a red personality. I was the one that was bossy and in charge, and the one that was getting stuff done and telling people how to get stuff done. And I was the leader, I guess you could say. But I was told over and over again that it was wrong to be that way. Everyone wanted me to be a yellow personality and, be calm and quiet and take care of everybody. I fought it, but eventually peer pressure and what I was supposed to be took over, and I became that yellow. I wanted to, as a child, I dreamed of being an actress. I wanted to be on the stage. I wanted to be the center of attention. I wanted to be accepted and loved, and I ran for Miss Teen USA when I was 14, and I failed. I did not win, and I hung up that, and that was the pivotal point in my life when I turned around and said, okay, everyone's right. I need to do what they want me to do and not what I want to do. So that's what I did. By the time I was 21, I had 2 children and was raising my stepson in a violent home. I was married to a LA County deputy sheriff who was abusive, and the abuse, when it went from me to my children, I left and ended up a single mom. Took my stepson with me. He gave me custody in the divorce, and I ended up working as a dispatcher for a police department. And on one of my nighttime shifts, I got a phone call from my grandma, who was babysitting, and said that the kids' father was there and that he was taking Josh, my stepson, and there was nothing that I could do to stop him. Even though I had court papers that said that, he was mine. Of court papers. Um, every judge or every lawyer that I talked to told me that I could not win the battle because I was not blood, even though I'm the only mom that he really had from the time he was 2. And, it broke my heart. And, life was full of disappointments and letdowns, and I lost all self-confidence in myself and always felt like a failure. Everything I did, I felt like I could never do it right. I was never good enough. I was never accepted. And until I found this business, I just assumed that that's the way life was supposed to be. But this business opened my eyes to so much more. I'm not the same person I was. I've grown tremendously. I still battle the inferiority. I still battle wondering if I'm good enough or strong enough or smart enough. And the one thing that keeps happening is in this business, you are enough. No matter where you come from or what you do, how you are enough. We just have to grow sometimes. Sometimes we just have to fail forward, as they say. And what that means is by failing forward, the road to success is failing forward. The stepping stones to success is failures. Nobody who has ever built a business or created an industry and become a millionaire or been successful at anything, no one has ever not failed. Everybody fails. They fail forward. What I have found in this business, and it breaks my heart because even though I'm a red personality, the yellow is still there that was pounded into me. And I want to save everybody. I want to somehow make everybody realize that they are enough, that they can do this business, and that the rewards are astronomical. It's just a matter of them growing as a person. I've had to grow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've had to grow by leaps and bounds, but it's made me a better person. It's made me a stronger person. And through the growth of this business, people have come and gone. And it breaks my heart because so many of them needed this business so badly. They needed not just the business for money or financial or monetary or time, but they needed it for themselves. They needed to learn how to be the best that they can be. And honestly, without this business, I never even thought about it. I never even thought about self-development, or never thought about the fact that we need to grow and we need to expand until this business. So in this last month, I signed up 3 distributors in December, and the first 2 quit within the first week to 10 days. And it made me feel defeated. It made me feel like I did something wrong. It made me feel like life was just not meant to be for me to be successful in this. Well, this morning I had a epiphany. This morning, God just knocked on my door and poured into me, I guess you could say. And he let me know that it has nothing to do with me. That sometimes people are so used to being where they're at that they don't realize what they really need. And like I was saying, I didn't know that I needed to grow. I didn't know that there was a way to change and become stronger and better until this business. So those that quit before they even get started, it isn't a reflection on you. It's a reflection on where they're at in their own journey. and this just wasn't the right time for them. It doesn't matter, because others do not define your success. Others do not define where you're going in life. Only you can do that. So if you're not where you want to be, then we need to grow. We need to change what we're doing or have done to get different results. So I've had to let go of those that have given up on themselves and let them realize for themselves what they need for their own lives. It isn't a reflection on who I am. It isn't a reflection. If you've had people quit on you, it's not a reflection on you. When I started this business, my daughter enrolled me, and she quit. That easy. She just wasn't her thing. And at that point, I should have quit. I should have thought, well, heck, who do I have now? Her enroller was inactive and spacey and kind of out there. And then I had every reason in the world not to make this work for me, guys. But something just kept edging me on. I think it was that little glimmer of hope that this was what God had brought to me and for a reason. Looking back, it is exactly what it was. So I continued on, and I just failed forward. It took me a little while. I stumbled the first couple of years, guys. Oh my gosh. So if you've been in this for a while and you just haven't gotten where you want to go, it's okay. It's a new day. Heck, it's a new year. It's okay. Pick it up. Work on being better. Work on growing. Work on you. This business works. The products are incredible. And the opportunity is there. It's just a matter of what you want to do with your own business. It doesn't matter who your upline is or who enrolled you. It doesn't matter of anything like that. It doesn't matter on your past. It doesn't matter if you were born in a broken family and you've got a lot of mental issues because of it. It doesn't matter. Like for me, okay, I was molested at 9 by a stranger in Fresno. I was raped at 21 at gunpoint. I mean, I had a lot of crap happen in my life, but I'm not going to let that define the rest of my life. I'm 50 years old. Where else can I start a business and make a 6-figure income, have the potential for a 6-figure income without having an education? It's this business. But I have to treat it like it's a real business. I have to wake up every morning and open my business. I have to have the belief in myself. I have to stop listening to all the naysayers. I have to stop listening to my own self-doubt. I have to work on who I am. I have to work on my own issues. But guys, I'm going to do it. And 2019 is going to be amazing. I just hope that you take my hand and you come with me. The past doesn't matter, only the future. So you have today. As broken and as damaged as we all are, anybody can do this. This morning, I had to let go of 2 people out of my business because I had been dragging them along. I want you to imagine this. This business, we team together, kind of like a team of horses. They're all strapped together, and we're all held together, and you've got a leader at the front that's directing everybody in the right direction. But then you have somebody that isn't moving. They're not trying. They're just standing there. They're that horse that just is dragging everybody down. Everybody else is having to work harder because they're not pulling their own weight. So you have to drop that person or team, the horse, out of the team and let them walk beside the harnessed team of horses until they can get to where they can pull their own weight. Because if you don't do that, it's going to drag down the whole team and everyone has to work that much harder. So if you're that person that has just been standing still and not moving forward, and you are no longer in the harness team of horses, get going on the side, pick up the pace, learn, grow, get back in the team, get back harnessed with us when you're ready. Okay? So I let these ladies who mean the world to me go out of my harness team of horses. And you know what happened? Both of them stepped up and said, "Oh, hell no, you're not leaving me behind. Oh, hell no." So they're running beside me today. They picked it up and said, "I don't want to be let loose, but I've got to change something." And they're willing to do that. And I'm so proud of them because it's scary. It's so much easier to just quit and move forward and be gone, just gone. Just, okay, I'm not looking at this business anymore. I'm no longer a part of the team. It's easy to quit. The hard part is to stay in when things aren't perfect, when things aren't going right, when life gets in the way. It's easy to quit. What's hard is to go through all of that and continue on. But those are the failures forward. Those are the stepping stones that's going to get you to success. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope I'm not stepping on toes. I hope I'm coming across the way I intend to. I'm hoping to, but sometimes I don't choose my words very well. Sometimes I just kind of blurt stuff out and don't realize how they may be construed, but I hope you guys understand this. So this is your team of harnessed horses. You're going to decide who is in your team and who is working with you. If you go out and you bring in a new horse and you harness that horse and that horse lays down, it's not your fault. They just weren't ready to make that change for themselves. They weren't confident enough in themselves. They need more self-development. They need a mind shift. They need basically to realize what they have their hands on and what it can do for them and their family, and put a preference on it, put a priority on it in their lives. You guys, in this business, you work 2 years like other people are unwilling to work, and you're going to live like nobody else is able to live. Think about that. 2 years. Give this 2 years of your priority, a job, a business. So that's another thing is, we are trained from the time we're little to work for other people. We are trained to have bosses that tell us what to do. We're trained to be robots. We're trained to be told every day, show up to work, clock in. This is when you go to break. This is when you go to lunch. This is when you get off work. We're trained to be robots. We're trained to, it's kind of sickening, but we're trained to be slaves. We're slaves to making other people money. Everything is a business. Even pharmaceuticals, hospitals, doctors' offices, they're all businesses, guys. Dentists, it doesn't matter. It's a business. Somebody's making some money somewhere, or it wouldn't be available to have employees. So the difference in this is you are your boss. You have to tell yourself what to do. You have to be the one that holds yourself accountable. But remember, you're also the one that's going to determine your paychecks. You're the one that's going to be the profiter in your own business. So you can spend 40 years of your life working for somebody else, hoping to live on a pension at the end where it's creates some sort of quality of life. Or you can do what other people are not willing to do. You can be that 2% of people that step it up, that are ready to make that change, that legacy change for you, your family. Maybe there's somebody in your family that needs your help. Maybe there's a family down the road that is struggling and you want to help, but you can't because you're financially strapped, or you don't have the time to donate to help a cause. I know somebody in this team that she's really into dog rescue. Can you imagine if she was making ambassador pay at over $500,000 a year, what she could do to help that rescue? She could build her own facility to rescue animals. Think about that. Or she can put this on the back shelf and give it a little attention now and again, more like a hobby than a business. And she can stumble through for years and never make anything of this business. Or she could put her nose to the grindstone and she could pick up the pace, put a preference on this, work like other people are not willing to work, losing out on sleep, losing out on watching her favorite shows on TV, losing out on things that really don't matter, and focus on this business and build it, and then really create a change. What is your passion? What if you could donate money? Where would you donate it to and why? If there is a family member that needs your help, a parent, a grandparent, a cousin, a sick family member, if you were making $500,000, would you be able to help them? Would that make a difference? Are you willing to work to help other people? Not just change your own legacy, but others too? Or are you going to work that 40-hour work week, or 60 or 80 or whatever it may be, for 40 years to retire and never really make a difference in anybody's world? Teach your kids to work for other people. Teach your kids to be the slaves that we are, lining other people's wallets, you know? So the choice is yours, guys. You have something in your hands right now that could totally change not only your personal life, but hundreds of other people's lives. You're going to have people that start this business and they're going to quit. And there's nothing you can do. There's nothing. But there is something you can do for yourself. That's never give up. Never give up trying. Never give up working. I love you all very much. I love being in this business and being around people that have goals and that are going the same place that we all want to go in this. We need to lift each other up, push each other, bind together, and pull our own weight in this team of harnessed horses. Just remember, what you do with your business is on you. You can treat this like a hobby and lose your butts, or you could treat this with professionalism. You can treat this like a real business. You can work this business like it's paying you $500,000 a year, and I guarantee it's going to. This is not a job that you get paid by the hour. This is not a job that you get a salary. This is a job of self-development, of growth. But you're the boss, you're the owner. You're the one telling yourself what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Nobody else. It's all on you. But imagine, just imagine for a minute, that you apply yourself, that you put a preference on this, that you make a list of non-negotiables every day that you are going to do with your business, that you are going to do self-development, and you're going to become a better leader, you're going to become a better business owner, that you're going to heal the brokenness inside of you. And imagine the lives that you're going to be able to change. It's why I do what I do, guys. I could stop. I could go get a job waitressing again. But what's that going to do for me? I've already been doing that for all my life. Where did it get me? Still struggling. It's not an option for me. Quitting is not an option for me. Stepping back and not doing my business every day is not an option for me. Now, granted, some days it might just be a few posts, and other days I may slay it and sign up 5 customers. But I'm working my business every day because I'm going places. I've got dreams. I've got goals. I've got my dream board on the wall. If you don't have a dream board, get one. Find out what you want out of this business and find out how fast you want it and what you're willing to do to make it happen. I love you guys, and I'm going to cut this off. Just know that you have your hands on something amazing that can change so many lives. The choice is yours.